Next up at UFC Singapore, we have the co-main event of the evening. We have Anthony Smith taking on Ryan Spann. Anthony Smith, 36-18 overall. 3-2 in his last 5. He's coming off 2 losses in a row. He's taking on the giant Ryan Spann. He's 21-8 overall, 3-2 in his last 5, and he's coming off that submission loss to Nikita Krylov. This is a rematch. Anthony Smith won the first fight. I don't know why they're doing a rematch. Maybe because both of these guys are at a bit of a crossroads right now, both coming off a loss or 2. But
they probably both think that the other guys can usually win. Literally.
I mean, it could be because in the first fight, Anthony Smith got to the ground, got the submission. That was the end of that. It was just that simple.
Well, it wasn't that simple. He fucking cracked him twice. Had him on skates twice.
Yeah, but
he dominated that fight. The reason it went to the ground was because Ryan Spann was like, oh, shit, I'm getting lit up on the feet. It's not like he shot a takedown.
No, I said got him to the ground. I didn't say, like, took him down.
You left out a major part where he, like, fucked him up twice.
Well, the reason I did that, and I haven't finished my breakdown yet, is because I don't think Anthony Smith can hang in the striking anymore. Not in this fight. Yes, he was the better striker that day, and the grappling, he probably is still the better grappler. I don't think he's going to be able to hang in this fight anymore. Anthony Smith, since that fight, has looked like a different person. Yes, overall, he's a fantastic striker. He's got good hands, solid kicks. He's got good jiu-jitsu. He'll use it to snatch things up and make things happen on the ground, like when he submitted Ryan Spann. He submitted Alexander Gustafsson, which is impressive as well. But he has a low 28% takedown defense or offense. He did just take down Glover in a grappling match, so that was actually impressive. He's incredibly tough, too tough for his own good. If you remember, Glover knocked the teeth out of his mouth and just picked him up, continued the fight. But he's coming off a couple of these weird losses, most recently the decision loss to Johnny Walker. And if you watch that fight with Johnny Walker, he was dropped in the first round, fine. Then he spent the rest of the fight just swinging wild at Johnny Walker's head. So he just abandoned this technical striking he's supposed to have. And then he's like talking to Johnny Walker. Like, it was a bizarre fight with bizarre circumstances.
You're attacking my family. What?
It was everything.
Johnny Walker's reaction was the greatest. What?
Everything about it was bizarre. Then he does the Glover grappling match, he was very normal in that. And now he's fighting here. Like, this guy was out for a while, and now he's in. In 3 months, he's competed more in 3 months than the last, 2 years. And he just hasn't seen himself. He's taking on Ryan Spann. This isn't the type of guy that you can't not be 100% for. He's 6'5". He's a powerhouse. He has an 81-inch reach. Tapology and UFC stats have differences in the reach. I'll trust Tapology with the 81 inches. The guy's 6'5". He's dangerous. He's got 18 stoppages in his 21 wins. And a ton of them are submissions. 12 of them are submissions. And he's not taking you down. He's snatching things up. He's making things happen. He's dropping you, then snatching up a submission. He knows how to finish fights. He hits incredibly hard. He's incredibly dangerous. He is coming off that submission loss to Nikita Krylov. But if you remember, that fight was booked, canceled at the last possible minute, then rebooked. So there's a lot of weird circumstances going on with that fight. And there was a time where Anthony Smith literally beat Ryan Spann and fought for a title and, was somebody that you could look at. I just think he's an analyst now. I think this is going to look a lot like Mikey Mav there. What the hell's his name?
I don't know what the fuck you just said.
Mikey Mav. Michael Chiesa. I think it's going to look like that. He's going to be slow. He's not going to be able to do what he wants to do. He's going to look old. And I think a guy like Ryan Spann's not the guy you want to look slow and old with. So I think Ryan Spann wins this fight. I threw a unit on him. I think he gets it done. And that bet is less about Ryan Spann being that guy and more about Anthony Smith sort of fading in his career. So I think Ryan Spann gets it done. I have a full unit bet on him. What do you think, Jakey boy?
So you just read that from the chat, and you're going to act like you just made that yourself?
The unit bet?
The Michael Chiesa stuff?
I said the Michael Chiesa thing.
I mean, Dick's Insider says Anthony Smith is going to look like Chiesa versus Holland. He's here for a quick paycheck.
He said it after I said it or before?
No, it was in there before. I'm sure you saw that.
I didn't see that shit.
I'm sure.
Go ahead.
Yeah, you're
I'm
still
trying to find
usually
it.
pretty quick with that improvisation for sure. But
go ahead.
Listen. anybody in my mind that is putting any money on these guys, if you want to put money on one side or the other, I get it, right? You want to put some action. It's a 50-50 fight. It is what it is. But if you guys are putting these guys in parlays or whatever, that is like ultimate degeneracy, because both these guys are on the struggle bus in their careers. None of these guys, they've all looked really good at times, but they both looked absolutely terrible at times. And the issue with Anthony Smith, it seems in my mind, is confidence. And he was coming off a three-fight winning streak, with the last one being against Ryan Spann, and he smoked, right? I mean, he absolutely smoked Ryan Spann in that fight. Fought Ankalaev. Ankalaev smokes him. It is what it is. He comes against Johnny Walker, and he starts losing. You could see the confidence and he's trying to build up confidence inside that fight with his own thoughts, and you're attacking my family. Like, I'm trying to dig myself back into because he is, I mean, his name is Lionheart for a reason. He's not necessarily a quitter. He will just kind of fold into himself. But when you're looking for confidence, what is a better way to get confidence back than fight a guy that you absolutely smoked? He's got to be feeling great coming into this fight. I've been struggling. Everybody was making fun of me. But the last win I've got was fighting this guy, and I fucking smoked his ass. So I have a feeling that Anthony Smith is going to come in, look good, look sharp. Whether he ends up winning or not, I don't know. But I think that he's going to look a lot better than he has in the past. He's going to surprise a lot of people as well. He's still a good fighter. He's probably 60 years old in fight years. I mean, that guy's got a lot of miles on him.
He's too hard. He's too tough.
I mean, John and Glover took fucking decades off this man's life. But, you know, I have a special place in my heart for Lionheart. I do like him. He's a good guy. He is a warrior. He will stay tough in there. He's not going to give up. But I am going to pick Ryan Spann. I mean,
You were laughing at me? They ended up picking Ryan Spann anyway?
When was I laughing at you? I was laughing at you copying Dick's Insider.
First of all, I didn't copy that fucking dork.
But Ryan Spann,
actually,
probably at this point in his career is still kind of could string some wins together. He's only 32 years old. He's a big dude. I don't know. This fight, it should be fun. I think it's going to be an entertaining fight. There should be a finish. It could be back and forth. It could end up being one of the best fights of the night. I'm going to pick Ryan Spann, but I mean, I'm not putting money on it. I'm not putting parlay. I'm not doing nothing with it. I'm just going to sit there and enjoy it. What time is this fight going to be on? I'll probably have my pants off by the time
11?
this fight's on.
11-ish?
Yeah.
Yeah, 11, 12 maybe.
That's when the pants come off.
At noon?
No, about 11. I don't take my pants off every day by 11. 11 to 2, pants are off.
Wild household you're running there. So you going to spend the $8,300 in DraftKings? This is probably a DraftKings special.
I said I was staying away from it completely.
Okay, I didn't realize completely included DraftKings, but I guess that makes sense.
Oh, well, maybe if you had fewer brain cells.
There it is. You mean if I had more? If I had fewer, I would understand less.
I just wanted to use the word.
you used it correctly. It just made no fucking sense. Anyway, sorry, I saw the chat. I'm
gonna make Daniel a mod. That's a good idea.
I didn't even get great value on that bet. I got it at minus 147. So the line will continue to tighten. I'll worry about it. I'll sweat it out. But I do think Ryan Spann gets it done. And again, the bet is not because, Ryan Spann's going to be fighting for a title soon. It's more about like, Anthony Smith is fighting 3 times in 6 months and he was talking to himself and hasn't won in a couple of years. Like it's that. So I'm betting against Anthony Smith more so than betting on Ryan Spann. If you want to see the rest of the bets, including the round prop bet, the safety parlay has hit 7 of the last 8. The safety parlay hits at a 70% rate. The safety parlay is a member exclusive, and you can unlock it at WeWantPicks.com. Just click, become a member at the top.